Welcome. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to set up ModeLoader 64 as well as the Turok 3 ROM hack to be able to play Turok 3 with mouse and keyboard. So let's get on with it. To start off, go to the ModeLoader website and download ModeLoader 64. Once you have downloaded that, go to install, select installer, and that should wait for it to download and then open file. Alright, wait for it. There we go. Welcome to the ModeLoader 64 GUI setup wizard. So just click on next, and create a shortcut. That's pretty much it. The ModeLoader installer also comes with two extra libraries required to run the emulator. So if you download the installer, you should have no issues with that. So since I already have that downloaded, I'm just gonna cancel this. Yes. Once you have that downloaded, what you need to do is also download the the engine mod or the ROM hack. So all links are gonna be on the video description. So let me copy paste. This is the URL for the ROM hack. So it's just gonna download straight to my downloads folder. It's not gonna open anything else. Once that's set up, let's move on to the next step. Once you have installed ModeLoader, just open it up and wait for it to load. There we go. Once it's loaded, go to the mods tab and then go to open mods folder. So this is all the mods I currently have installed. Some of these, well, actually all of these mods came installed with ModeLoader 64. Go to your downloads folder and move the pack file to the mods folder on your ModeLoader folder. Overwrite all. There we go. And that's pretty much all there is to get the mod online. Once you have done that, make sure the engine mods has a check mark on its box. Then go to the Games tab, open Games folder, and move your Turok 3 ROM file to this folder. Obviously, I already have it here, so I don't have to do that. Close this, and that's pretty much it. Under General, you don't really need to do any of this, so just tick offline mode, and that's pretty much it. Then just click start. You're gonna be greeted with this screen, I should say, and you should see these option menus. Oh, hold on. Resize the windows to whatever size you want to be comfortable to play this game. Now, the options menu brings out all these extra settings you now have unlocked. 60 frames is pretty self-explanatory. It obviously gives the game 60 frames. Oh wait, it's way too loud. However, if you take 60 frames without taking the dynamic scaling, there's a high chance you're gonna run into some issues. So you better run these two settings on at the same time. All right. These other three settings are experimental, and personally, I don't use these settings. So it's up to you whether you want to mess with this or not. The important ones are 60 frames and dynamic scaling. Now, currently the emulator has no mouse control, so my cursor is invisible. Give me a yeah. Currently, I am not controlling anything on the emulator. It's running on its own. However, by pressing the / key, I will gain control of the emulator with my mouse and keyboard. Alright, so let me show you. Currently this cutscene is playing at 60 frames. So just let this play out. And it obviously looks way smoother than the original. Much smoother. Alright, now I have control of the menus with my keyboard. Well, I'm gonna move this to display. Sound. Obviously I can control my sound settings with my keyboard. Now, one thing about this mod is that you cannot turn auto aim off at all. It won't let you turn auto aim off. And that's a very good thing because this game was not built with mouse and keyboard in mind. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So let's start a new game, but before I do that, I'm gonna take off the 60 frames and dynamic scaling options just so that you can see how the original cutscene looks. This cutscene looks it's playing this cutscene it's playing at its original frame rate. So look, as you can see, it looks kind of choppy, and the animations, yeah, the animations are really choppy because the game is running at I believe 15 frames. Also, one thing I've noticed is that the music in the game doesn't sync up with the rest of the cutscene, so I do not remember this if this happened in original hardware or not. Okay, so I'm gonna skip that. Skip this as well.
I will.
Alright, so quit game. Now I'm gonna show you the intro cutscene as well, but with 60 frames. Oh, okay. 60. Alright, new game, normal, whatever. There we go. Now this is the same cutscene running at 60 frames. You can obviously see an improvement over the original. Everything looks smoother, but it kind of looks uncanny at times. Mainly because the game was not meant to be running at 60 frames. But it looks much better. I think it looks better this way, at 60 frames. And that's pretty much it. Now let's move. Let's see how it looks in game though.
To Josh. Very well.
Right now I'm controlling the playable character with my mouse and keyboard. Alright. Wheel of arrows. And everything is running at 60 frames, even though it doesn't really look like that. It doesn't feel like it's running at 60 frames, but let me tell you, it is definitely running at 60 frames, and it's way smoother than original hardware. All right, go down. You can even tell from the animations. The animations don't look really sloppy or anything like that compared to the original hardware. Now this is a weird glitch. Sometimes when you cross over to a next section, your character will crouch, so you need to obviously stand up. However, another bug or glitch of this hack is that the crouch button and the mouse lock key are the same keys. So there are times when I'll be constantly locking and unlocking my mouse and keyboard just to get the character to stand back up again or crouch. So right now I'm essentially spamming the mouse lock key to get up, but my character doesn't want to get up. Yep, the character doesn't want to get up, and I honestly have no idea how to fix that. Oh, there we go. Now the playable character is up. Alright. Pistol, there we go. Jump back down. See, it is way too easy to kill things with mouse and keyboard. Now, here comes another glitch. Currently, I have 60 frames enabled, as well as dynamic scaling. However, I can't get over this door. So, what you need to do when that happens is to disable 60 frames as well as dynamic scaling. Once you have this disabled those settings, you'll be able to get across this door. And it's not the only door where that glitch happens. There's a couple of more doors later in the game where you have to disable 60 frames and dynamic scaling to get past those situations. All right. So let's continue just a little bit further. There is another glitch that you may or may not encounter as you play this with this hack, and sometimes your mouse will drift, and the only way to reset that drift is to move to another section of the level. That is the only way I found to get rid of that drift. So while I was testing the mod yesterday on stream, switching weapons would constantly happen on this particular chapter and the previous one, chapter 4. So I honestly have no idea why is that. All right, first one. No. Sorry, I didn't want this weapon. But see what just happened? My weapon just switched out of the blue. That wasn't something I did. So currently my mouse is drifting. So this is one of the glitches that happens from time to time. And obviously the only way to, as I said before, the only way to reset this drifting is to either trigger a cutscene or trigger the next level area.
Joshua?
Okay. No, it didn't reset, sorry. I got unlucky and the cutscene didn't, the cutscene didn't reset my drifting. Also, another weird thing I've noticed about the 60 frames is that the enemies, especially machine gun enemies, will drain your health like crazy. So you can either choose to play at 60 frames and die to machine gun enemies real quickly, or play with just mouse and
The
keyboard.
energy held within these satchels, the energy of creation, nearly destroyed you once.
Now we're gonna finish it.
And that's all there is to it. It's pretty simple compared to the original tutorial I made, which involved using, what is the name of this emulator? M+64. It is much straightforward and a lot more stable. So now, some of those glitches that I experienced, you may or may not experience. So your mileage may vary. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.